the reporter's code of ethics, so wherein we need to keep these things in view while writing a news report, because this plays a dominant role. What is that? Intentional distortion of information is never acceptable. So during this pandemic, so we have come across so many incidences like this. So whether the information is being exaggerated or highlighted, giving undue advantage in the media, so all these things are not acceptable as a reporter. So we should not distort. Even in scientific information, many times we come across incidences like that. So we are highlighting a particular variety in such a that in a particular technology in such a way that, so without that nothing is possible, but it is not so practically. So that is what is expected. Then the source of verification of news is the key for a reporter. It is not that only collection of the news, so that news has to be verified. Without verification, so news reporters are not expected to put it in the public domain. Then the reader has the right to reliable information, and as a reporter, as a stranger, as a correspondent, I have my responsibility to provide them the reliable information. Interpret the photos, audios, quotations, videos, graphs realistically, because so especially the cartoons and all those things, hope you come across so many controversies because of some photographs or because of some audios or because of some quotations, and later they start interpreting that it is being misinterpreted, I did not say that, I did not mean that, and all such explanations are coming up. So let us avoid such things, because it is part of the code of ethics. Never exaggerate. So try to be truthful, nearer to the truth, or try to present the thing as it is. So if you start exaggerating, so it may take any shape, or the people may lose interest over a period of time. Never plagiarize, because let us not copy others. So there is no need also, because I need to interpret the event what I have seen or what I have experienced at that point of time. Never discriminate by race, gender, age, religion, ethnicity, geography, disability. All these things are very, very important. We need to keep in the mind that sometimes we come across such incidences also, then that becomes a controversy in the media. So then the discussion over such issues goes on for a longer period of time. Especially it is related to the race. In Western countries that we come across many such incidences. Related to gender, in our own country there are certain incidences. Ethnicity is there, geography is there, the incidences that used to happen in Mumbai. So such things should not be covered. Then give voice to the voiceless. This is the most important job of the reporter, because so he has to maintain the balance in the society. It is not that only powerful people are getting the chance, but those people who are neglected part of the society or the disadvantaged section of the society, they should also be given due weightage in the media related aspects. Then distinguish news from advertising. So as a news reporter, I have the responsibility of presenting the facts, because when we talk of advertising, it is an intelligent way of telling the lies. So wherein, and it is promoted by some organization, some company or some individual which is being paid for that. But in case of news, it is never paid, and it should not be, even though there are certain incidences that wherein we are coming across the incidences of paid news. It is unwelcome step in the profession of journalism. Be sensitive to the photographs, videos, cartoons, diagrams, etc. Otherwise, that may take the shape of controversy in due course of time. Reporters are accountable to the readers. Most of the time we think that because I am being paid by my owner or my organization, I should be accountable to the owners. Yes, that is one part, but more important than that is you should be accountable to the readers, because it is your survival is through your readers. If your readers are going to reject you, so you will be nowhere. So that is why we need to be accountable to maybe my readers or my listeners or my viewers. Reporter has the highest responsibilities, and he is also bound by a series of code of ethics, because if he deviates from this code of ethics, so it is very difficult to call him as a reporter. Because why we are telling this thing? So the reporter should learn to understand, to distinguish the news from advertising. news is basically for the benefit of people, to satisfy the information needs of the people. But advertising is basically to superimpose their views, and it is basically a promotional activity for popularizing a particular product or a service. And advertisement is always paid in nature, but news is never paid. Unfortunately, nowadays, so the paid news concept is also coming up, which is not a welcome initiative. So the reporter should be sensitive towards the photographs, videos, cartoons, diagrams, etc., because they have the power of influencing the people in many ways. That is why I need to distinguish between what I need to take it to the masses and what I should not. What kind of photographs should be avoided, what kind of video should be avoided to go to the public domain, and what kind of things that I need to present for the benefit of the people, that it is I need to decide on that. So that is why we said that I should be sensitive. Then reporters are accountable to their readers. So most of the time we think that I am accountable to my employer. Yes, that's what is your primary responsibility, but equally important is to be accountable to your readers, because your identity is with your readers. So you may change your owner, your employer, but your readers are constant. That is what we need to understand. Whether it is your readers or listeners or viewers, that depends on the type of media. Then clarify and explain the news. It is not only collection of the information and presenting it for the benefit of public, but I need to clarify the doubts of the people. I need to explain that so that my readers are going to understand what I am trying to explain, or there are no ambiguities. So that I need to take care of. Then invite dialogue with the public over journalistic conduct, because nowadays the journalistic conduct is also under question mark in many instances. So to overcome that, the code of ethics says that, so until unless you enter into the dialogue with the people, so they need to give you the feedback, whether it is positive or negative. Both feedback needs to be understood in its realistic sense, so that I become a professional journalist. Then encourage the public to voice the grievances against the news media. So if at all I have any complaints against the news media, where should I go? So again I am going to the media, so that I can solve the problem, I can address the problem, I can make the necessary corrections wherever it is essential. Then the most important aspect is admitting the mistakes of the journalist, whether it is a reporter or a correspondent or even the freelancer or the stranger. So they need to adjust they need to admit their mistakes, even though the mistakes are not intentional. Unintentional mistakes need to be admitted, accommodated, and accordingly we need to correct them wherever it is necessary, if at all any such situation arises. Then expose the unethical practices of the journalist, because media is known as the fourth estate of our democracy. So under such circumstances, if media itself is involved into some unethical practices, so where should I go now? So now that is why there are another media, or there are professionals in the same profession. So they need to come forward to expose such unethical practices, so that the people become aware of that, so that the journalist himself becomes aware of that, so that he can avoid into such incidences. Coming to the news editing. Editing is the process of value addition. It may be in the form of addition, it may be in the form of deletion, or it may be in the form of modification, or just I can replace the things. So all these freedoms are there with the editor. So what kind of editing that we are looking for? With the help of reporters. So before I go to edit any news or anything, so I should have the comprehensive information with myself. And how I am going to do that? With the help of reporters, we are going to collect facts, figures, examples from different sources. So that gives me the confidence, so that now I can make necessary modifications in this. Then classification of the available information inputs into various categories, so that I can fix upon my target audience and I can serve the needs of that particular target audience. Then checking for the typographical errors and verification of facts. So these are the two different aspects. So when I am looking for the typographical error, just I am making the corrections in the language. But when I am verifying the facts, I need to do additional efforts, extra efforts, so that I am presenting the correct information for the benefit of my readers or viewers. Then value addition of news by adding relevant information for stability. It is just like serving the food in a beautiful way. So with the help of various arts and type of thing, so we are going to add value to the news. Then reducing news story to fit into available space and importance. So because all the time what I am going to present for my editor is not being published in the same way, because there is a limitation of time in case of electronic medium, and there is a limitation of space in case of print medium. So keeping these things in view, we need to reduce it. Maybe I have written a 10-page report, but the space is only 2 pages. So then I need to adjust entire fact into that. So that's what is the prime responsibility of the editor. Readjusting the priority. Readjusting the priority means, for example, now my news stories or my newspaper is ready for printing or it is ready to broadcast. At that point of time, I keep on getting some news which is of national importance, which is of very, very importance to a particular community or the entire country or the entire state or entire district, whatever it is. So under such circumstances, I need to delete certain news because it is ready for printing, because space is the limitation, time is the limitation, and I need to give the priority to this particular event which has happened just now, and it is of national importance or the state importance or important for the community, so that I need to readjust that. Then designing the page in an appealing way to the readers, because the way of presentation is also very, very important. So in the social media, we keep on getting the newspapers at the time of independence or at such great achievements by the various people. We keep on getting the newspaper clippings of the previous years, maybe century old or 50 years old, 60 years old, such clippings. So what kind of news it was being presented there and how it was being presented, and over a period of time with the help of technology, how the things have changed. So now for creativity, sky is the limit. So now we have so many facilities with us. So in whatever the way that we can design and present the news in a very innovative way, so that depends on the news editor, creativity of the news editor. Then deciding befitting headline to the news stories. So already the reporter has given you some inputs. He has set your tone in which direction that it should move, but based on the spirit of the news, based on the event that has happened, and you are trying to correlate it with the past events that happened in the similar lines. So editor is going to decide the befitting headline for the news stories. So in a nutshell, we can say that the design of news should begin with the headline, then the subheading, that depends on the situation, that depends on the event, the importance of the event, maybe at a national level or regional level, whatever it is. Then the byline, the name of the presenter, maybe immediately after heading or subheading or at the end of the news, and the lead, which gives you the window display of the news, which gives satisfactory answers to all the 6 questions and sets the tone of the reader and creates interest among the readers. Then the nuptial paragraph, which supports the lead and which explains the lead and which satisfies the readers by giving them the additional information and the information what they are looking for. So that's what is the importance of nut graph. And the voice for the people. So giving voice for the people, so the news is being authenticated now. So whatever the reporter is writing, so that is being substantiated by the people's opinion, by name, by photograph, by visuals or by audio, by video, in different forms that we can present that. And depending on the situation, there should be an option to continue with the additional contents in the subsequent editions, because we are taking it in a series of situations. So in a nutshell, we can say that, to conclude, news is basically a commodity which is in huge demand. So we are purchasing the commodities on a day-to-day basis for our consumption. In the same way, we are purchasing the news also, maybe by paying a very nominal amount of maybe rupees 5 or 6 for a newspaper, or we are subscribing a channel by paying a certain amount, maybe monthly subscription or yearly subscription, whatever it is. It is a commodity, it is being distributed by an organization, and we are the consumers. And why we are consuming that? Because we have the habit of news. This is what is the nature of the individual. So to satisfy my habit of news, I am subscribing that. So, and as a reporter, it is my responsibility to satisfy the habits. Then the basic units news writing include the comprehensive collection of information. Even though in one sentence we said that the term comprehensive, but to make it comprehensive in a real sense, so the reporter has to make a lot of efforts, the editor has to make a lot of efforts. So then only they can go for this comprehensive collection of information. And it is not only the collection, it needs to be verified, it needs to be triangulated. Getting the response from different corners for the same news. What my reporter is telling is okay, but I need to authenticate it from different sources also. So that is what is the verification, that is what is the process of triangulation. Then present it in format which is desired. Maybe I am giving it for the print medium or electronic medium or now the web based medium, and all these things that I need to decide on that. And the most critical process before serving the news is editing. So without editing, so the news is going to lose its value of news. So that's what is the importance, and it is the way of presentation which makes the reader to retain with you over a period of time. I read a particular newspaper, it means I like the way of presentation of that particular newspaper, and that is why I am searching for that particular newspaper. I cannot take the name of any newspaper here, but I am searching for a particular newspaper. Even if I go to some other cities, I search for that newspaper because I like the way of presentation and I like the job of that editor who has impressed me, and that is why I am searching for that particular newspaper. So this is what we need to understand as a part of the discussion on the different components of writing the news. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you.